Well, Dr. Michael, can you tell us exactly what is chiropractic and why would anyone want to visit a chiropractor?
Good question.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a great question. You know, one of the misconceptions that I think people have so often is that they'll say, well, I have a medical doctor, you know, why would I need a chiropractor? And the thing is, they're totally different. You know, I'm a big believer in medicine, you know, for certain things. If you have a broken bone, emergency and trauma care, and we should all have a good medical doctor, but what most people don't realize is where a chiropractor falls in. And you'll have so many people that have different belief systems. You'll have somebody that says, you know what, I'm so passionate about it. I take my family, my kids, you know, we had this conversation off. You have other people that say, I would never go to one. You know, I believe this, that every single person out there should have a chiropractor. Just like every person should have a medical doctor and a dentist. And the reason is, chiropractors deal with structure and function. What happened is God put an amazing healing power in our body. If I cut my finger, that cut's going to heal. He also put our brain, spinal cord, and nervous system that controls and coordinates all function. And he gave us a spine to protect us, to keep us upright. But what can happen from time to time? Stresses, carrying those heavy bags we talked about off air, all these little things, our spine can actually move out of position and create nerve pressure. And a chiropractor is the only one that's trained to detect and actually correct those imbalances in the spine. That's really what our specialty is, as far as straight chiropractic is concerned.
Well, you know, my son asked a question just yesterday. He's like, what's the difference between a masseuse, you know, getting a massage, and a chiropractor? And so I was like, well, I think that there's, you'll be better explaining it than I would.
Well, you know, they're both great. And I'm a big believer in massage therapy, too. Praise God for massage therapy. I get a massage myself once a month. I get an adjustment twice a month. So I do both. And they're both equally important. The biggest difference is massage is dealing with muscles. They're doing specific muscle work. I like a therapeutic massage. I think they're fabulous. Matter of fact, I encourage anybody, if they've had any issues, get a massage. You know, it really works well, but there's a lot of different techniques. You got to find the right person, somebody that can help you. As far as the chiropractor, we're trained to actually adjust the spine, to actually, you know, take the pressure off the nerve and get the spine moving in the right direction. So they are two separate and distinct things, but they're both excellent, though.
Okay. So what would be some good tips for folks to take care of our structure, you know?
Well, here's what happens. Most of us don't think about that until we have an acre of pain. Yeah, less than 5% of all nerves control pain. 95% of nerves control organ function. But when someone's back hurts, they say, hey, what do I need to do? I think the first thing is every single person should take 2 to 3 minutes a day and do a little bit of light stretching. And I'm not talking about a lot. I mean, you'll have people say 20 minutes to a half hour. I think that's great if you can do it. But getting up in the morning, laying on your back, pulling your knees to your chest, taking your arms, stretching it out, maybe getting just an exercise ball. Obviously, if you're a little bit older, be careful. And just laying across here and stretching those a little bit. And, you know, you do it in the morning, 2 to 3 minutes. I do it, and I do it right when I go to bed at night. And it really makes a big, big difference for the spine.
Wow.
What about all those hours that you're laying on your bed sleeping? What is a good sleep position? And are there like any tools or special pillows? You know, what do you recommend, you know, to just help us?
I get asked that question so often. People say to me, you know, we're sleeping, you know, anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a night. So obviously, number one, you want to have a really good mattress. Now, what is the best mattress out there? It's the best mattress, whatever's comfortable for you. So I would encourage you, if you're married, go to a mattress store. And people laugh at me when I say this. I have a lot of friends in the mattress business, but lay on that mattress with your spouse. Make sure that it's comfortable for both of you, because some people like a harder mattress, some a softer mattress. You have to have something that's comfortable for you. As far as a pillow is concerned, it's the same way. Everybody has a little bit of different curve in their neck. Some people's neck goes forward more. Some people have a better curve. So you have to have a pillow that's going to give you good support. And the only way to determine that is to buy one, try sleeping on it, and see how that works. But as far as the sleep position is concerned, number one, what you don't want to do is sleep on your stomach. Once you sleep on your stomach, you're actually reversing the curve in your back, and it can create more damage. So I always encourage somebody either sleeping on your back. You know, if you have back problems, bend your knees. We talked about this a little bit off the air. Make sure you have a good pillow, or sleep on your side. If you have any back issues too, putting a pillow between your legs in that fetal position, you know. So those are probably the better ways, but the biggest thing is you have to be comfortable. Now, I've had people say to me, well, my doctor told me to sleep this way, and I said, well, how does it work for you? They're like, I can't sleep. I'm like, well, that's not going to work for you. But just try to be as comfortable as you can, and if you know, if you need to sleep on your stomach a little bit, get a pillow, put a pillow position there so you're up on your side a little bit.
So you probably wouldn't recommend everybody using a soft pillow, because it sounds like you all need some kind of a support.
It is. Everybody's neck is different. And the problem that can happen is people go out and they spend a tremendous amount of money on a pillow, and they'll come home and they'll try something, and sometimes it can actually hurt their neck. So what you really have to do is try things. Buy a pillow, put a pillowcase on it, see if it's returnable, and try it. Sleep on it for a couple nights and see, because it makes, I get asked this all the time. People say, well, what do you think of this pillow? Is it a good brand? It's an excellent brand, but it may not be the best brand for you. So you really got to try it to make sure it's comfortable and it gives you good support.
Now, what do you think about a posture? Because sometimes I might be nagging or reminding my children that they need to stand up straight, because I don't want them to curve over. Is that important?
When you're at work, sitting at a desk,
Yeah.
like what is a good way to sit?
The problem that happens is most of us know, as soon as we talk about posture, we all do this.
Yeah,
okay, I was watching The View before, and I'm like, I was a little slumped over a little bit. It's like, but the problem is we can't walk around all day thinking about this, to sit upright. I mean, it's very difficult for most of us to do that. Now, when you have stronger abdominal muscles, your back's a little bit stronger, it's easier to do that. But the thing is that we want to just be aware of it, if we can. If we're sitting throughout the day, one of the best tips I give everybody is, most of us have phones right now. Look on your watch, set your phone. Get up every 15, 20 minutes and just stretch a little bit. Just move around, break that pattern, even if you're in a car for a long period of time, because sitting puts tremendous pressure on. Leaning over on a computer all day. You'll hear these people tell us, my neck's forward, my back is really tight. So just taking a break, makes all the world a difference. It really does.
One more thing. What about crossing your legs? Like, it seems to be comfortable, but from what I've learned, I don't think it's good. A lot of people tell
you it puts stress on your back. It all depends. If it's comfortable to you, as long as you're not doing it for an extended period of time. Most of the time it's more proper. Ladies will sit with their legs crossed more so than men, but as long as you're not doing it for an extended period of time, I think you're going to be okay with that.
Extended meaning an hour?
Yeah, an hour or more at one time. I mean, you want to break that pattern. You don't want to be the same pattern all the time, because what that does, it puts that abnormal stress on your musculoskeletal system.
Wow. Well, you really have provided so many great tips and helps. It's just been something that we can take away with and learn. Wouldn't you agree, Amanda?
I sure would. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.